So there are several ways where work from home can cause burnout. There is no cues to tell you that you're no longer working, you need to be relaxing. The cues are not differentiated anymore. My name is Dr. Yong. I'm from the Psychology and Child and Human Development Academic Group in NIE NTU. Through our research, we have found out that people are stressed about health concerns, and they are stressed about resource constraints. They also think a lot about social restrictions and future uncertainties. So the young generation has been identified as a population that is particularly vulnerable during this pandemic, because on top of the additional pandemic stresses, they have to cope with the regular developmental stresses that are related to where they are in their development. So for example, students in the university, they have to cope with the new academic environment, they have to cope with new academic demands, they have to cope with exploring and maintaining and making new relationships with people around them. Everybody copes with anxiety in different ways, and anxiety is expected to wax and wane during this time, depending on the news that we have, depending on the infection figures that we know about. But I think if anxiety is really affecting you doing what you need to be doing, then I think it is time to step back and seek an opinion about it and find out more if you need to do more to take care of yourself. Having to stay at home for a long period of time is actually associated with a stress during this time, which is related to social restrictions, right? And social restrictions means loss of social routines, loss of activities, loss of social interactions with friends, and it does mean that it could affect our physical health and our mental health. So for example, loss of the routines and social activities would mean reduced physical activities, and that could impact our sleep too. And being alone for a long time and not interacting with people can definitely be associated with feelings of loneliness, isolation, sadness, and really feeling like we are not part of the social network. So there are several ways where work from home can cause burnout. One is that there is a lack of boundaries between work and life, where everything kind of blend in and bleed into each other. There is no cues to tell you that you are no longer working, you need to be relaxing. The cues are not differentiated anymore. So your mind and your body are not getting those signals to tell you when to relax and when to not, and when to work. So we are kind of all hyped up to be working all the time. Another reason could be that the lack of variety, the lack of novelty can cause things to become pretty stale, and it kind of drones on, which can affect your enthusiasm and your feelings of effectiveness about work. Okay, and that we think about our holidays, we plan for holidays, when that is no more, then every day seems to be the same. So that can lead to a lot of emotional exhaustion. Things that we can do to mitigate the effects of emotional exhaustions or feelings of burnout may include scheduling activities, mindfully, and thinking carefully about work-life balance. So, like keeping boundaries between work and life, scheduling fun and interesting activities for yourself, and making sure that you learn new skills or pick up new hobbies and connect with people in new ways. So I think these are the ways that you can keep your balance and prevent yourself from experiencing burnout from work. If you're having feelings of sadness and low mood for almost every day, and you're feeling irritable often, then you may want to think about seeking more help And a lot of time, people could also feel physically that they feel tired all the time, they have difficulty concentrating, they lack motivation and energy to do the things that they're interested in and they're excited about. So these are all indications that you may be coping with something that is more than what you can handle. I'm glad that you feel like you're concerned about yourself and you want to take care of yourself. And it's a good thing to have it checked out by a doctor or a professional person like a counselor. And I think for students in NTU and NIE, we have the resource of the NIE Wellness Center that you can seek help from. So I would encourage students to check it out, and find the help that you need.